Hello everyone. For this episode of the Tombstone Tourist, I'm at the Augusta Memorial Park in Waynesboro, Virginia. The Augusta Memorial Park is a large cemetery set in the rolling hills of the Shenandoah Valley. It was established in 1956 and covers about 28 acres. This area of the Shenandoah Valley around Waynesboro and Staunton was home to one of the most popular vocal groups in country and gospel music, the Statler Brothers. In another video a few weeks back, I visited the final resting place of one of the original members of the Statler Brothers, Harold Reid, who is buried just a few miles down the road in Thornrose Cemetery in Staunton, Virginia. Today, here in the Augusta Memorial Park, I'm going to visit the grave of another member of the Statler Brothers, the great Lew DeWitt. Lew DeWitt was born on March 12, 1938 in Roanoke, Virginia, and grew up here in the Shenandoah Valley. In 1955, he joined Phil Bosley and brothers Harold and Don Reid to form a group called the Four-Star Quartet. They would later change their name to the Statler Brothers. No one in the group was actually named Statler, and only two of the group's members were brothers. The group claimed it took its name from a brand of facial tissues they saw one time in a hotel room. Harold Reid would often joke that they could have easily named themselves the Kleenex Brothers. The group's big break came in 1964 when they were hired to open for Johnny Cash. They opened for Johnny for the next 8 years, during which time their popularity increased. They left Johnny in 1971 and ventured out on their own, and over time became one of the most popular acts in country music. Even with all their success, the Statler Brothers never ventured far from their hometown roots. When not on the road touring, they continued to live in the Staunton area, and in 1970 they began hosting an annual 4th of July celebration in Staunton's Gypsy Hill Park. For 25 years, their Happy Birthday USA celebration was one of Virginia's largest events, often drawing more than 100,000 people and attracting such stars as Johnny Cash, Mel Tillis, and Charlie Pride, just to name a few. The Statler Brothers were a staple on the Nashville Network in Nashville, where they hosted their own weekly variety TV show from 1991 until 1998. It was the network's top-rated show during the entire 7-year run. Lew DeWitt was with the Statler Brothers from 1955 until 1981. In addition to being the group's tenor, he also was a talented songwriter, writing several of the group's most popular songs, including Flowers on the Wall and Thank You World. In late 1981, Lew developed a series of health problems that forced him to take a leave of absence from the group. Jimmy Fortune was named as his temporary replacement, but Lew's health issues persisted, and a few months later he announced his permanent retirement from the group. Jimmy Fortune would remain a member of the Statler Brothers until the group's retirement in 2002. After being away from performing for almost 3 years, Lew's health seemed to improve, and he returned to the stage and recording studio as a solo artist, releasing 2 albums, Here to Stay in 1984 and On My Own in 1985. Lew continued to perform as a solo artist until 1989, when he once again developed health problems, which forced his permanent retirement. This time, his health rapidly declined, and in less than a year, on August 15, 1990, Lew DeWitt passed away at his home here in Waynesboro, Virginia. Although he had not been a member of the Statler Brothers for more than 20 years, the group always held their friend close. When the Statler brothers decided to call it a career, they ended with one final performance on October 26, 2002 at the Salem Civic Center in Salem, Virginia. As their performance was ending, they paid tribute to Lew DeWitt and recognized members of his family who were in attendance. After their retirement, Harold Reid continued to live in the Staunton area until his death on April 24, 2020. I visited his grave a few weeks back, and I'll put a link to that video in the description below. Don Reed and Phil Bosley still live here in the Staunton area, while Jimmy Fortune continues to perform as a successful solo act. Well, this is where I'm going to end this video. If you have a special memory of Lew DeWitt, the Statler Brothers, or any of the people that we visit in these videos, please leave me a comment. I always enjoy it when you share your memories with me. If this is your first time here, welcome, and I hope you'll consider sticking around. I post a new tombstone video every Sunday morning. If you enjoy this type of content, be sure to ring that bell and subscribe. And while you're at it, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Now, as I continue down life's highway, please remember, life is a wonderful journey. Be sure to take time and enjoy it. And I'll see you down the road. So long, everyone.